Hello fellow data friends. We learned how companies work in theory, so it's time for a field test. We will build the perfect setup for a company to thrive in, so we can get as much company throughput and construction bonus as possible. Step 1. The private construction queue is more likely to build industrial goods, so we will mainly use this Polish company, Lilpop, Loewenstein. You get 3 buildings, and tools, steel and iron are the backbone of your early construction industry. It's also very easy for us to control demand for these goods and to increase the AI building rates as well. Second step. We need the best location for your company headquarters. Your company headquarters should be in the state with the highest GDP and a big population. I will use Tula because it starts with a big share of Russia's GDP and about 3.5 million people. Third step. Our company needs to own 10 buildings in their headquarters state. Before that, they get a big debuff for owning buildings in other states. We can help a bit by building some more levels, which can be privatized, because a private construction queue is less likely to build in a state where it is already building. But there can be a lot of RNG, I think. Fourth step. It's time to grow our company. The headquarter location will do the heavy lifting, but we can actually increase the odds because of hotfix 1.8.4. Change companies so that if they own at least one level of a building, any new level that is built in it by local private investors will be company owned. That is good to know, and we can use that to our advantage. To understand how, we need to talk about how the private construction queue is working. Say the private construction queue wants to build a logging camp in a chosen state. If there is a logging camp which can be privatized, then the AI flips a coin. Depending on the coin flip, the AI will either buy the existing building or build a new one. That building needs an owner then. If we have a logging company, the logging company will get its score tripled when the private construction queue builds the building. Or the company owner score will be multiplied by 7 when it's privatized. Thus, by preparing privatizable buildings, we are increasing the odds to get a company-owned building, which in turn makes all new buildings of that type in that state company-owned. And of course, we will do everything we can to make the company buildings as productive as possible without building some ourselves, because we want to get this juicy 77% construction bonus. To get Lilpop Loewenstein, we need either Warszawa or Plock Incorporated and with a level 3 or higher steel mill. Warszawa has really nice mines, so we will start to incorporate Warszawa. That will take 5 years. Of course, we need to be able to establish a company as well. Researching corporate charters would take 6 years. Tax spread would help by reducing the ahead of time penalty, but I will research railways instead. More infrastructure is rather important. We will get our company from laissez faire instead, which we will get by triggering Cornlaws. To trigger Cornlaws, we need grain above 25% and we need export tariffs. So let's trigger export tariffs, and obviously we start exporting right away. And now we need to raise the grain prices. So we switch our farms to single crop productions. Yes, this will lower the grain price, but be patient. Then we want to put down some agricultural degrees and we want to hit the grain production states. Kiev, Kharkov, Taurida, Chernikov and Kherson for wheat, Kursk for rye, then Voronezh, Tula, Tambov, Warszawa and Samara, because Samara also has some rye. In the meantime, we change to iron frame construction, raise taxes, and build some construction centers and government administrations. I will use Tula as my main industrial hub. It has coal, a bit of iron, is probably the biggest state GDP-wise, and has a lot of population. GDP and population of a state is important for building ownership. Back to Cornlaws. Now we wait until the export volume is maximized. Okay, that export volume is looking fine. Time to skyrocket the grain price by reducing supply. So we change the farm production methods to mixed crops. And we remove all our agricultural degrees. Okay, we got 23% price. So we need to reduce the supply a bit more by destroying some farms. Let's try 5. We nationalize and downsize. Not enough yet. 3 more did the trick. We fulfill all requirements and let time pass. And here's the Cornlaws journal entry. Now we need to wait until we get the corresponding event for market liberal landowner. In the meantime, we build some iron mines and tooling workshops in Tula. These goods are expensive, and we want our company to get 10 levels in Tula as fast as possible anyway. And we get some cash from China, just because it's easy. We attack to get a treaty port, add war reparations and make them primary. Then we add some secondary war goals without infamy. I don't really care about them. I just want to increase the odds for China to back down. War costs money. Right now, China is worried, but not as worried as they could be. For one, let's mobilize. Then we create a new army and add all conscripts as line infantry. Now the AI sees that we can raise 674 extra line infantry and is rightfully scared to the maximal value. Now, fingers crossed that they will back down. A modern conservative. Cornlaws event fired. Nice. And another event for a new agitator. I hope that will not mess with my modern conservative. Oh, both are liberal agitators. Nice. On a side note, we don't need the intelligentsia guy. He should just speed stuff up, which is a nice perk. Now we will bolster the liberal movement, and then we suppress other movements. Let's have a look which movements aristocrats are drawn to. Absolutist movement and orthodox traditionalist movement are the big contenders. But we have enough authority to also suppress the Russian supremacist movement. The support for the liberal movement is expected to reach 22%. So once the liberal movement is pressuring the aristocrats, we are golden. And of course China did not back down. Well, it should be an easy war anyway. Shame. Being at war costs money. But we can spend the time and build some gold mines. And we got the Chinese capital and push on all fronts. We researched Leth and won the war. So we get 23 pounds per week for a while. Nice. Our liberal movement is pressuring the landowners with 7%, just a bit more. And we have a surplus, which means more construction centers. Our liberal movement is pressuring the landowners. Nice. So we grant leadership to the market liberal. And then we enact tenant farmers, because we cannot go laissez faire with serfdom. Now we can stop influencing the movements. And use some taxes to build faster without sacrificing the enactment time bonus. And I will import some iron and tools for now, so we can build more construction without going into a shortage. Tenant farmers went to consideration and adoption. We need to build more. In preparation of our company, I don't want to build tools or iron, but we can build some cloth factories. And we have tenant farmers, so time for laissez faire. We always need to build more. Grain is somewhat expensive. Above 25% price, a good gets boost to be built by the private construction queue. We only want our company goods to be expensive, so our companies build them. Okay, 1 year to go until Warszawa is incorporated. Laissez faire is still in the introduction phase, but with 68% success chance. Fingers crossed, we get close to 1841. But I will cure the steel mills for our company right now, so that is already done in advance. To prepare the start of our company, we will free up some infrastructure in Tula. We activate gas streetlights to get more infrastructure. Okay, we use 85 infrastructure from 84. I want 5 spare infrastructure for the private construction, so I will remove 3 construction centers. We will rebuild them later. Then we will allow privatization of the iron mines and the tooling workshops. We only want 5 levels to be privatized in total, so we can found a company. Laissez faire went into consideration. The private construction queue will build a new iron mine in Tula. Acceptable, but privatizing would be better. When the private construction is building in a state, the AI is far less likely to build or buy there again. And adoption. Oh, a new mandate. Let's go for 10% construction efficiency, always nice. And we have laissez faire, perfect. We still need 10 weeks to incorporate Warszawa, then we can go for our company. Okay, Warszawa is incorporated now. We can form Lilpop row in Loewenstein, but that would be in Moscow. I don't want the headquarters in Moscow, I want them in Tula. Under laissez faire, we need to buy the buildings for the company, not own them. There are 2 private levels for the tooling workshops and 1 private level for the iron mine. And we unlock mechanical tools. The private AI will privatize another mine in Tula, great. Okay, private construction is building the last missing iron mine in Tula. Now we have 5 possible buildings for our company, and the headquarter will indeed be Tula. So let's establish our company. The company needs 10 buildings in the headquarter state before they will buy and build a lot in other states. But to increase the chance that the owner will be from Tula, we move our capital to Tula. We need to wait a bit, but once we have atmospheric engines, we can do some stuff to improve the probabilities. Company headquarter will privatize an iron mine, nice. And we unlocked atmospheric engines. Our company needs 10 owned buildings in the headquarter state, then it will expand its scope to the whole country. Before that, it gets massive debuffs from other states. So we only upgrade the iron mines in Tula for now. And we add some more coal mines to the front of the queue to get local coal. And we add a mining degree in our capital to make building there more interesting, hopefully. I'm not sure if the private construction queue pays attention to throughput bonus. And we can add some consumption taxes for more money, hence more construction. And our company buys another iron mine in Tula, great. And a tooling workshop. And another tooling workshop. Now our company owns 10 buildings and all are in the headquarters state. Brilliant. So time for the next phase. So the score for a company to own a newly built corresponding building is tripled compared to other owners. But the score for a company to privatize a corresponding building is multiplied by 7. And hotfix 1.8.4 changed a very specific detail about companies. So if a company already owns a level in a state, then it will always own all new buildings there. Hence, we build 1 iron mine in each possible state, so that our company is likely to buy that and then will build all future levels there. Some states already have iron mines, but some might be owned by financial districts. One bad roll, a financial district will buy the iron mines in Kherson, so we build a new level. Oh, some lucky rolls. Our company builds 2 buildings in new states. I love the company construction bonus. And we build more iron mines to cover all states. And we sprinkle in some coal mines to keep the iron mines profitable. And here we can see the company construction bonus in action. The shipyard uses 22 construction, but the company buildings use 13 respectively. And we unlocked railways, always nice. I am a bit late for that, but let's build a steel mill and motor industries in our capital. Okay, the price for iron lowered a lot, but is still above 25%. That is fine. More demand for tools would be nice. So we built some coal mines for now. That will help other mines as well. And some logging camps. They build fast, are almost always profitable and use tools. This way we raise national and local demand. And we build some railways in our capital. A new mandate, great. Improving construction further is not in my to-do list, because a special construction company is too similar to our current company. So I will improve infrastructure nationwide. Our steel mill in the capital finished, and since our company likes steel as well, we changed the production method of our tooling workshops to steel. And we get rewarded immediately with the new company built steel mill. And we export some wood to make our logging camps more profitable. Okay, our logging camps are almost done. Now I will go through Russia state by state, and I will build a tooling workshop in every state without a company-owned tooling workshop. And we are going to produce a lot of tools soon, so we'll start exporting some in preparation. And we are already rewarded with some company iron mines. All in the same state and in Finland? Weird choice, but okay. And we researched water tube boiler. I could improve my mines, but do I want to at the moment? But this also allows us to massively increase coal demand. So let's research more companies, so we can establish a coal company before we do that. I think we can increase taxes and massively increase construction. And we got stock exchange. This means we go for a free trade. Or not? Our modern conservative died. A pity. And our tooling workshops are mostly done. Let's build some stuff so the private construction queue is less likely to build boring stuff. I love it when the company builds buildings themselves. Quite addicting. But they sure love iron mines in Finland. A new mandate. Let's upgrade construction, because I have a lot of construction centers blocked infrastructure. And we build farms next. We are missing almost 3000 grain. We built some coal mines in Tula as preparation for our upcoming coal company. Okay, the private construction queue needs to buy a coal mine in Tula, or we will not be able to establish a coal company. And we got corporate charters, but still not 5 coal mines in Tula. But our company is happily building. Okay, our company is too happy to build new stuff, but won't privatize coal in our capital. So let's raise demand for coal and supply for iron. Love to see that private construction queue. Ah, coal mines in Moscow. Bad luck. Yes, they will buy a coal mine in Tula. In theory, we could also found the new Russia Company Limited, which is pretty nice as well, but has too much overlap with our first company. Great company though. This company only has coal, so it's not a great choice either. So I will found this company in Tula. Now we need to wait until our company owns 10 coal levels in Tula. Then we can go ham. More coal mines? Nice. Oh, our coal company is building the last 2 missing coal mines themselves. Nice. Our coal company reached level 12 and owns 10 buildings in the headquarters state. Time to change some production methods. We need more demand for coal. We unlocked intensive agriculture, perfect for sulfur demand. Let's build some fertilizer plants, and once we are done, we are changing some production methods. Love to see that private construction queue. Our companies are building non-stop. It is addicting, trust me. Fertilizer plants are online, so we need some demand. And build more. Seems like I went a bit overboard with the steel demand, but my company is picking up the slack. Nice. Joint companies unlocked. Now we research egalitarianism to get better tax laws. Then pharmaceuticals for hospitals. But what company next? I think this premium home goods. Then we cover glass as well, and furnitures is a nice bonus. The headquarter would be in Moscow. So we reduce the production method in Moscow. Still Moscow? Oh, we don't have 5 privately owned levels in Tula. That's why. A non-company builds coal in Rostov, so we build another coal mine there. Companies get more bonus for privatization. Now we can form our premium home goods company in Tula. We are currently importing a lot of fabric. But Rostov can build cotton plantations, so we queue some of those. We are running into qualification problems. We can only use religious schools because we have state religion. That would improve the church even further, but we won't be able to change our church laws soon. So let's embrace the church. And we build some universities as well. That will also help with research. And our companies build more mines and steel mills. Love it. Let's remove the Caucasian states to remove the annoying event pop-ups. Our furniture company has 13 levels. Not yet 10 levels in Tula, but it is coming along nicely. Oh, a new mandate. Let's get more convoys. And we have religious schools. Oh, we need more bureaucracy. And I think I will then upgrade religious schools 1 level. Our companies build 8 levels at the same time. Oh, our capital is out of peasants. We can free some with rail transportation. We unlocked egalitarianism. We need the petit bourgeoisie. Okay, that would be a crappy government. We could also change the distribution of power. Wealth voting will probably empower the industrialists and the petit bourgeoisie. Why not? Sounds fun. Wealth voting it is. Will take forever though. Okay, many of the expensive goods are potentially company owned, which I do not want to build myself. But we need to raise demand even further. What to build? What about some more wood? Always good, and it raises demand for tools. There's always some building from financial districts interrupting the perfect company building queue. Let's build some ranches. £700 could be enough to pay for wages, and they use tools. I think I need to build some glassworks myself, so the company gets an easier foothold in some regions. A shame. And we have pharmaceuticals. That means hospitals in the near future. And I want mechanized workshops. We need to get more demand in our economy. Maybe we can get some from exports. Let's build more ports. Oh, our furniture company does still not own 10 buildings in Tula. That is bad. I will build another furniture factory in Tula. Maybe, just maybe, they will buy it. Well, at least our setup for building company mines works really well. Oh, another mandate. Let's increase the transportation mandate. Our premium goods company has 10 levels in the headquarter state now. Maybe it will start to pop now. And we have wealth voting. Nice. The election is ongoing, but we can already start to change our taxation law. And our company is building a lot more tools. I will pre-build one level of furniture in some states to help kickstart our other company. And we got mechanized workshops. That will increase demand for tools a lot. Oh, we are importing tools? Remove that. Our furniture company is building something as well. Nice. I love this private construction queue. Let's research steel railway cars and then Steam Donkey. TechSpread should research some more tests to reduce the head of time penalty. And we have proportional taxes. So we go public health insurance next. And we need a lot more construction. To be transparent, sometimes you still have bad luck. That steel mill does not belong to my company. A shame. And that tooling workshop and that steel mill as well. So the setup is still not perfect, but works well enough, I think. At least our company headquarters make quite a profit, and especially the capitalists are having a standard of living of 51. Even the clerks are at Sol 27. I could continue playing this game. It would be interesting to see how big I could grow my companies. But I think I'll already proved the point that you can profit a lot from the company construction bonus if you are willing to adjust your playstyle accordingly. And of course, the company throughput bonuses as well. So have fun using your new knowledge and build massive companies. Please tell me about your achievements. And a special thanks to Solfi for supporting my channel as Data Capitalist. The generous support is much appreciated. If you want to learn all the tiny details about the private construction queue and companies, click on the top video. Thanks a lot for watching, please leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I see you on the next one.